Here we're going to do our basic core strengthening exercises. So we're laying flat on the floor. We're doing a simple sit-up with a twist. Twist right, then left. Control your descent back down to the floor. You want to make sure that you're not holding on to the back of your head. In this case, the hands are just at the side. And we're controlling our descent so that we don't flop back down on the floor. If your feet come up a little bit, that's all right. And if you can't sit up all the way, just make the effort. We want to engage those abdominal muscles to start getting them back in shape. By getting our abs turned back on after injury or for strengthening, that'll actually help our low back become stronger and help reduce our back pain. So again, it's nice and controlled. Simple sit-up with a twist. You don't have to use any weight. If you feel like you want to add weight, that's fine as well, just based upon how well you're doing that day. If you're in a higher fitness level, you could add some weight to help. But otherwise, all we really want to do is get the movement completed in a nice controlled fashion so that we don't hurt ourselves, but that we strengthen ourselves. If the floor is too firm, go ahead and put a mat surface underneath you. And again, just control your descent so you're not flopping down on that floor. So once we get all of our sit-ups complete, we'll move on to side bridges. So basic side bridge exercise, your elbows on the floor. If your feet being stacked are too difficult, then stagger them, put one in front of the other. This is a side bridge up down, so you're just going to raise your hips up towards the ceiling and lower them down to the floor slowly. Again, the idea is not to flop down to the floor, but you want to control your descent. So we raise up and then slowly go back down. If you're having difficulty descending, then just try and hold the up pose longer before descending back down to the floor. So you can see a nice controlled descent. If you want to do it just a static hold, you can hold these for about 30 seconds a piece, or basically hold them as long as you can to help strengthen so that you can get strong enough to move into this up-down exercise. So here we moved on to our basic planks, and this is just a plank, and we're going to hold it. Our weight's on our elbows and on our toes. If you're having difficulty in this position, you can start out simply on your knees, and you're trying to work to a good, strong position where you can hold this plank for about 30 seconds. Again, you're trying to keep your back and buttocks level. You don't want to have a big sag in your back that can be hard on your lumbar spine. And if you're having difficulty holding the pose for a period of time, then just start out very basic. Hold it for just as long as you can, and then work into a longer hold time. So we're almost finished with these basic core strengthening. Again, just hold it as long as you can. It can be pretty fatiguing until you get your fitness level back up. Now we're going to move on to a simple Superman. Arms and legs off the floor, holding this position for as long as you can. In this case, we're just pulsing the exercise up and down. If you find that this is too easy and you've done sets of 30, then you can go ahead and try and hold it for as long as possible. The last movement we're going to do is a flying squirrel, elbows back, knees up, feet apart. We're going to hold this for as long as we can, and then back to the floor. Again, we'll lift up, elbows back, knees and feet apart, thighs off the floor, holding this for as long as you can, and then we'll finish out with a basic plank. And this is just a plank hold for time.